Good morning, everyone. It's another warm start to the morning, kind of back into this rinse and repeat of a weather pattern with a bit more of those slightly humid mornings, bringing those temperatures into the upper 70s, around 78 degrees. But due to the humidity, it feels like 80 degrees this morning, with those dew points into the lower to middle 60s across much of the Permian Basin, middle to upper 60s, and even a few 70s for the Big Country and Concho Valley. Very close, if not at that steamy category for areas of the Concho Valley. But along areas of the higher terrain, that's where we have some of the drier air with dew points into the upper 50s, bringing us to a temperature around 67 in Marfa, but very toasty here in Odessa with 77 degrees out the door, 80 into the Key City with 79 in Breckenridge, and 78 over into San Angelo. But even with all this moisture, satellite and radar, it is mostly dry to start off your morning, with only some dissipating storms up and towards the Panhandle, bringing some additional cloud cover to start off your morning, which I think we'll be able to have some filtered sun and clouds through your morning hour and a good amount of sunshine for your late morning and early afternoon. But I think as we head closer towards your evening hours, that's when we'll be able to start to see a few more of those high clouds be able to build back in across your region, as I think we'll rise up to a temperature close to around 99 degrees here into Midland and Odessa, 103 into Pecos with 100 in Abilene, 99 in San Angelo with a mix of low 90s for the higher terrain. And this rinse and repeat of a weather pattern has been courtesy of high pressure that has still been quite persistent over towards the Four Corners. But right now we just have enough weakness, it's not a lot, but just a little bit, to allow a couple thunderstorms to sneak in towards the Panhandle. And as we head into late tonight, we could see some of them storms try to sneak in towards the areas of the northern Permian Basin, along areas of southeastern Mexico, but the coverage is going to remain low, so don't anticipate rain, but just be aware some gusty winds and lightning could be possible in the strongest of storm. I think especially along portions of higher terrain where even some small hail could also be possible. So let's track it out together. I think as we head closer towards your evening hours, we could see maybe an isolated storm over and towards the northern Permian Basin, but I think it will be more likely, especially along in areas of higher terrain towards the Presidio Valley. But with an isolated storm, it could try to produce some gusty winds, especially when it begins to die out. All of that cooler air, the rain-cooled air, can be able to be exhausted out of the storm, and that's what can cause some of those gustier winds. So something we'll be watching, but in terms of the coverage, it will be very limited, and I think this activity will be fizzling out as we head into early Saturday morning, and we'll be able to wake up under a mix of 60s and 70s for your Saturday morning. So today, mostly sunny, a very isolated storm, especially towards the later portions of the day, but we will have a breeze around 10 to 15 miles per hour, a temperature around 99 degrees in Midland and Odessa, as well as San Angelo. 100 today for the Key City. Will drop to 99 under a mix of sun and clouds for your weekend, but I think we'll be able to see triple digits return rather quickly. I think especially as we start working into next week with 100 degrees heading into Tuesday for the Permian Basin. We'll be right back after this break.